Well, welcome back again to Pete's Model Car Customs. I hope you're all well. This is the third part of the Pete's Grill Challenge. I'm glad to say we've had some great responses from model makers out there. And only one, well, I heard a term, Boo Bird, who on one channel said she'd done some things, and when he got to mine the story had changed and they'd found it tedious anyway. But apart from that, everyone seems to have been enthusiastic about the idea, which is pretty good, as the whole thing was about passing on your skills to newer modelers or you know, less experienced modelers, in the hope that we can get some, you know, better models out there and build people's confidence. I'd like to say a great big thank you to Seamy, Ted, John, Eduardo, Trevor, for the work they've done so far. I'm going to list the links in the description and all that. Seamy's done his F100 Wildcat and used predominantly a Stanley knife blade. I'm not sure whether that's actually an international tool, but I do believe it is. Great technique there for scraping in a flat way. And in the front of mine here is a similar thing I'm doing on one of the other two that I've been working on. So I plan to do these three. There's two hanging up and one in wraps. Two on the rack there that I've been working on, and I'll sort of go through what I've been doing to those in the video. I'm glad to say that some other people have said they'll join in, and they're Robert from RB Model Works, Skipper Matics, Tim at Throttle Power, and old Tom at Rambler 69, who have all said they'll try to fit it in over the Christmas period, which is great news. Great modelers, and I'm glad they're going through it. John Mopar Nut has put up a video showing the tools he's used, and he's a great man for inventing tools. He really is. I love some of the stuff he puts up. So he's toothbrushing his grills to death, and the old scrubber, and making a good bash at a whole selection of grills on his channel. So that's something good to look for. What is it? Who was it? Oh yeah, Ted at Model Car Madness has done an excellent Thunderbolt grill. Really phenomenal piece of work, because it's a very intricate grill, and he's just a master. He really is. Well done, Ted. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description for those. But I wanted to go through some of the techniques of odd things here that I've got. Still, the main thing for clearing out is going to be an 11 blade. On this one, I'll unwrap it in a minute. It's the third grill that isn't hanging up there. I believe Trevor said what it was in the last. I forgot to look that up. A 78 doig pickup, or custom grill for a 78 doig pickup, I think he said. This stuff over here, it's called blue tack, and I've been using that on this grill, because if I lift that off here, further to yesterday, or earlier today, yesterday, I'm losing time and sleep on this. I've continued to clear the back of this, but because I wanted to keep this pattern, I put in little beads of the blue tack. I think you call it silly putty in the States. It's probably got several names around the world, but I put in blobs of it into each part there, and then put another layer all the way over there, so that I could flip it over and put it on this piece of quite dense foam to scrape away the rest of it, to get in, because otherwise it will sort of push away as you're working on it, and it will erratically get scribed away, and you don't want that to keep these fine details. I did put a torch through this yesterday, or earlier, whichever one it was, because I'd started to get pinholes through it, and as you can see at the top there, if I don't blind you, there are more holes appearing as it gets thinner. I want to work away from that area now, which was why I started reinforcing it, because where you sweep backwards and forwards, this is more of a area that gets more traffic of your blade or sanding stick, whichever you've got down to. You know, your flexible sanding stick. When that goes backwards and forwards, it's going to concentrate more on that central area. So I've got to change my style, and as you notice, I've trimmed that down so as I can then concentrate on each end more and more localise where I'm actually sanding. Also, as it is getting thin, I've built this little pad on a few bits of a well-known modelling block and a couple of trimmed down coffee stirrers, popsicle sticks, to support this, as I'm now going to start cutting through with my number 11 into each individual one of those little square panels that it's got inside the square panel. So I want to keep the inner grille, that lighter grille there, and open these slots at the bottom. So that's quite an intricate bit of work, and I need it to be supported well while I do that. On this one, because the design pattern is in the centre and there's parts of the grille I don't want to scrape away, I've built up with evergreen strip and tape to I'm trying to do this all one-handed. Hang on, I'll sort of bob round a bit. Oops, sorry. Just holding now another 21 blade, and I can go backwards and forwards and slowly scrape away, even quite rapidly, because it will run backwards and forwards on the evergreen strip and scribe this away in only the areas I want to do it. And like I said, this will keep that's quite nice and flat, running backwards and forth. I don't want to do it too far, because I need to now strip this apart again and check with my light to see how far down I am in it. But I'm not going to do that on screen, because I've already noticed people are skipping through the videos, and if you skip through and miss what I'm saying, or on the other videos, if you skip through and miss what they're saying, you're going to miss out on something crucial and possibly cock what you're trying to do up. So please listen to what everybody says, as much as skimming through, oh, I know this, it's like the kid at the back of the class who messes around every time the teacher turns around. This one looks pretty tricked now. It's fully cleared out. This one will do. As you notice, I've cut the headlights out of this, and I did do that in an earlier idea that I was working on, just to be able to get the dished headlights out that had the sort of concertina pattern like they were, not a proper light and lens, and I wanted to change that, even though I don't have one of these. It was just an experiment to test myself, and it stood idle for a year as I moved on doing something else. But with building up a sort of garage display, I want to have that hanging up on a wall somewhere, and it will look more like a genuine part if it's all cleared out and hanging on the garage wall. Like I said, I'll put in a link to Seamy and Ted and John who have all got videos up of their work they've been doing, and probably catch you all tomorrow. Merry Christmas and best wishes from jolly old England. Bye.